We are talking with Dave Golikoff from AskMen.com and SBR contributor John Ryan from JohnRyanSports.com, previewing Week 9 in the NFL here on the SBR TV NFL Experts Roundtable. Now let's get to one of the games that you wanted to talk about, John, and that's Green Bay at San Diego. Now this game is another game. It's sort of similar to the Atlanta-Indianapolis game in that it just has Green Bay as a public-backed team that might burn the books and the public might be right on, written all over it. I mean, basically, Aaron Rodgers is playing great. Phillip Rivers is playing terribly. Green Bay is off of a bye. All four of their road wins have been by more than 5.5 points. Is that how you see this game?
Yeah, I see this game as a low-scoring game, actually. With what happened to the Chargers on Monday night, they have a short week to prepare. They're going to want to shorten this game. They are now gone from a road favorite to a home dog and arguably playing the best team in football. And their schemes are going to have to focus on establishing the run. I'll put it this way. If San Diego wins the time of possession battle, the game will play under. And I like the under quite a bit. There's one angle here. Green Bay is a perfect 8-0 under as a road favorite of 7 points or less over the last 2 seasons. And I'll lastly add that when you have these road favorites, especially an undefeated team, they just want to get the win. And the way a road team gets the win when they're favored is they establish the running game, they establish ball control, and they move the ball between the 20s. And as a result, sometimes you get more field goals and touchdowns, but they walk away with the win. And that's all Green Bay cares about right now. So they, too, will have a scheme that'll probably shorten the game and also, prevent an abundance of scoring on the scoreboard.
All right, well, that does make a lot of sense to me. The total is pretty high, still at 50.5. It opened at 52, though. Dave Golikoff, what do you make of this game, either of these lines, if anything at all? Green Bay, 4-0 on the road, all wins by more than 5.5 points. You think maybe just go for it again?
Honestly, I think the real problem with the Chargers is Norv Turner. And although I think the Chargers probably cover in this game, I cannot back a Norv Turner team anymore. I feel like I'm going to be going to the doctor in about 10 or 20 years. And he's going to ask me what my problem is and what ails me. I'll be like, I've been watching Norv Turner football teams for the last 20 years. This guy is frustrating as hell. Sure. You look at the Chargers, and the reality is they're just not as talented as you think. That's the truth. Their defense, there is nobody that scares you on that defense. On offense, Vincent Jackson, I mean, that guy couldn't get open last week against a Kansas City team that's giving up points and yards to everybody. Antonio Gates is a shell of himself. Malcolm Floyd thinks he's too good for what he actually is. This team can't run the ball to save their lives. I agree with John's handicapping of this game completely. The only way they win this game is by pounding the ball, by controlling the clock, and by keeping this low scoring. And Green Bay is going to have the same mindset. We've seen it time and time again. How do you throw off a good quarterback like Phillip Rivers? You keep him on the sideline. You keep him frustrated. So I do like the under in this game as the best play. I think Green Bay wins, but San Diego probably covers.
All right, great analysis. And I will say that 2 weeks ago we talked with Scott Kellen, who echoed what you said about San Diego. He said they have a reputation of being very talented, but statistically they're just a very average team.